Oliver, it's a real pleasure to have you back here at the Digital Catapult. Lots of your team, of course, have been here over the last couple of years. When you started on this, I think one of the things that we talked about, and it's 2 years ago, is the challenge of so many startup companies appearing in the landscape, but it being difficult to understand exactly what they were doing, what their products were capable of, what the relevance to them, to BOC might be. Have you found that this process has helped you in navigating that fragmented world?
Yeah, for sure. It took us a while maybe to understand which ones are really interesting, which ones could add value, and when it makes sense for us to cooperate with them. We also have to say we had to learn how these guys work. Now, we do most of our products and processes since decades, and we always try to reach a perfection level. And startups don't work like that. And we also had to learn that we maybe start with one, and then if it doesn't work and it doesn't show the results we would need, we would simply kill the project and try something new. This is something we are not used to, and we learned and still have to learn, but I think it's something where we started, and
it's very interesting
to make progress.
Because this is a cultural challenge, isn't it? This is about how you go about developing projects, how you go about developing new products. And as you say, the way that startups and particularly companies in the digital space operate, it's very different from the kind of corporate approach. And I think the thing that's been interesting for us in our experience with BOC and that we've learned is the importance of that cultural difference and how to overcome that change of mindset so that you can be more iterative, more flexible, I suppose, as well in the way that you go about projects, that you don't have to, that you try and resist, I suppose, the temptation of over-managing and allowing it to have a little bit of life. But there's a trade-off there, I guess. At some point or other, you have to also make some clear decisions. So has that been a challenge, do you think?
Has been a challenge. First of all, it I think has been a huge benefit because we got a lot of diversity into our teams and thinking. Because we are, as a big organization, we have our bureaucracy, our structures. It somehow has to fit in there. On the other side, you have to let people go and work, as you said. And this is a challenge, I think, for most of the large organizations, like it was also for us.
The great news is that you're certainly not alone in trying to address these sorts of challenges, and it's entirely understandable. It makes perfect sense that this should be a difficult thing to do. You have a business that has refined its practices over many years and has got better and better at what it does. And why would you change that? Except, of course, that we have all this new opportunity with these digital technologies and the different ways of working, and that the answers to how to make use of those technologies can't always just come from within. And that's the place where the tension starts to come, isn't it? And that's where it becomes difficult.
The whole world is discussing the digitalization agenda and where it should come from. We have to say we haven't got the capabilities really in-house. And we can discuss if it makes sense to build them up, but for sure to work with startups and smaller companies there brings in a lot of speed and makes it easier for us.
Yes. The thing that's been remarkable and I think is very impressive and bodes very well for the future for BOC is the degree to which you have been open with this pilot, that you've really tried to see what the opportunity could be like and to develop a new mindset as well as a new set of relationships with other companies. It's a whole new mindset of how to work with another company. And there are plenty of other businesses that have found that more difficult than you seem to have done. So I think you guys have been amazing.
Well, thank you. But I think the Catapult provides the perfect platform. And really our people obviously liked to be here. They really bought into the platform. And that's why we have a nice success. If you force that on people, it will never work.
We've learned a lot, I think, from the experience of working with you as well, because we've created an environment here which is designed to help people think differently and to change their mindset. But every time that we do that and every time that we work with particular companies, we learn something more about how to create a program that allows you to move more quickly to the place where you can succeed with these strategies and these approaches. So it's been a great process for us too.
Jeremy, we look forward to further success stories and hope we can get them together.
Terrific.
Thank you.